As a personal trainer, finding a safe, comfortable position for you to spot your client during a squat can be quite tricky. I'm going to show you guys a number of different variations and techniques that you need to implement and try yourself and see which one you feel most comfortable and secure performing. So the first one, as a female trainer and I've got a male client, generally speaking, the male is going to be able to lift a lot heavier than I can ever lift myself. So I'm going to rely on the power of my legs rather than my arms. So this means when I'm spotting Dan, I'm going to come in very, very close. I'm going to wrap my arms around his body and lock my hands like this. So that's going to keep my arms secure so they don't move while my legs do the squat as he does the squat. So I'm going to create a corset type effect around his waist so that when he needs a little bit of support, I'm going to squeeze my arms inwards underneath his rib cage and help drive up from his skeleton. So I'm technically lifting with my legs, nothing else. So if I wrap in position like this, I get Dan to go down into the squat. As he's at the bottom of the movement, I'm going to pull my arms together and just help support and guide him on the way up. Now, most of the time, you don't actually lift any of the weight by yourself. It's more that feeling of support that gives that client confidence to push by themselves. So that's a really great thing I tend to do with male clients or someone that is a lot taller and a lot stronger than myself. Now, the downside to spotting someone like this is it is very, very in their personal space. Now, not to mention, sometimes incredibly unhygienic, especially if they're sweaty. So if I've got clients back to back, the last thing I want to be doing is getting in close, covered in a number of clients' different sweat. It's not very nice. So keep that in mind. If you don't have the option to do that, then go to the safety bar and set up the rack appropriately so you don't actually have to help that client or get too close to them. So that's one option. We're going to move on to Michelle now, a female client who might be lifting a lot less than me but still requires a spot. So Michelle, if I get you to get into position, put the bar on her back. Now imagine I've just lifted the bar to her. Say this weighs 10 kilos, so I know that I can comfortably bicep curl 10 kilos. So what you could do if they're shorter is I can stand back and I can actually guide the bar on the way down. So do a squat now, Michelle, and see how I'm guiding by the bar, but I'm still doing the squat with her. Drive up with the legs. Because I'm confident in my ability to bicep curl this weight, if something was to happen, I can confidently grab without hurting my own back. If you're nervous about the weight being too heavy, you must come closer to your client because it's going to protect your spine in the long run. So from here, I can simply just brace her hips like this and do the same squat. Yep, that's it. And then drive back up. I normally find that most male personal trainers try to avoid this particular movement because it feels a little bit creepy. So they are stronger than the girls in general, so they tend to spot from back here. Basically, at the end of the day, the rule is keep yourself safe first. If you're unable to do that in a good position, rely on the safety bars on the squat rack instead of actually getting close to your client and invading their personal space. So that's my tips on how to spot for a squat.